The sitting is resumed.
Mr. President, I beg that Your Honour now leave the chair and the Senate resolves itself into committee for further consideration. Resume in committee. My apologies.
The question is that we resume the session in committee. Honourable senators in favour, please say aye. Aye. Those against, please say no. Methinks the ayes have it.
The sitting of the committee is resumed. When last we were assembled and we were to hear the Honourable Senator Knight on the matter of the amendment which Honourable Senator Drakes put to the chamber for consideration. Senator Knight.
Madam Chair, after consideration, the government will accept the amendment as put forward. However, Madam Chair, we will beg that the further consideration of the clause be deferred. Part one be deferred until we have confirmation from the CPC in relation to the language of the amendment.
The chair. The chair notes with satisfaction. The chair would wish, before I put the question, to ask whether honourable senators have any other issues under this part before we close this part. You get through, you get him back up.
No, Chair. I just want to make very clear the reason and rationale. I don't think I was able to elaborate on that sufficiently, and I was instructed by other members to, if I have the opportunity to do so. And I just want to state that the existing definitions that are in the bill constitute what would be called weak sustainability, because they do not provide explicitly for the preservation and regeneration of ecosystems. And that was the basis of my amendment to clause 2. So I just want to reiterate that, because if you do not have that type of language defining what is the blue economy and what is the green economy, you are likely or susceptible to what we see across the globe in relation to things like greenwashing, blue washing, and particularly what has come up in recent days, fraud in the carbon credit market. Chair, that is what I would like to say to the chamber and to those who are listening, the rationale behind strengthening those definitions. Thank you, Chair.
I take it that there are no further comments on this before we close the section, before we defer. The question is that we do now defer further consideration of parts 1 to 4. All those of part 1, clauses 1 to 4. The question is that we do now defer further consideration of part 1, clauses 1 through 4. Will all honorable senators in favor please say aye? Aye. Will all honorable senators against please say no? The ayes have it. Part 2, clauses 5 to 19.
Madam Chair, I beg that part 2, clauses 5 to 19 do now stand part.
The question is that part 2, clauses 5 through 19 do now stand part. Will all honorable senators in favor please say aye? Aye. Those against, please say no. The ayes have it. Part 3, clauses 20 to 30.
Madam Chair, I beg that part 3, clauses 20 to 30 do now stand part.
The question is that part 3, clauses 20 through 30 do now stand part. Will all honorable senators please say, in favor please say aye? Aye. Those against, would you kindly say no? The ayes have it. Part 4, clauses 31 to 35.
Madam Chair, in respect of part 4, clauses 31 to 35, I do beg to move an amendment to section 31 2D, where there's reference to section 23, and that amendment should read, therefore, should remove the reference to section 23 and substituted it for section 7. Yes. In section 32D, there's reference to section 23. The amendment is that the reference to section 23 should be deleted and section 7 should be substituted.
The question is that part 4, section 32D, which makes reference to section 23, that the word section 23 should be amended to read section 7, and therefore section 7 should be substituted. Will all honorable senators in favor please say aye?
Chair. Chair, just so that we're clear on what the amendment is, because it's been passed to all honorable senators, and it may be just an oversight on the leader who is leading the bill and the passage of the bill, but it reads in section 31 2D.
Yes.
Just for the record and to make for clarification, yes.
Yes, I thank Senator Drakes for pointing out that despite the amendment being before us, the incorrect section was put to the chamber, so let me now put the correct section. In part, the question is that in part 4, section 31 2D, which contains a reference to section 23, should be amended and the word section 23 or the reference section 23 be deleted and section 7, the word section 7 substituted therefore. Will all, so that it reads, section 31 2D will therefore now read, given guarantees in accordance with section 7. Are we clear? Yes. So all honorable senators in favor, please say aye. Aye. We pause because there is further instruction coming from the clerks. So the question is that we amend, I think I did put the question, that we amend section.
Section 4 just passed as amended.
That section 4, well, that has to be put because that hasn't been put. Section 4 is amended, do not stand part.
Madam Chair, I beg to move that section 4, clauses 31 to 35 as amended do now stand part.
The question is that part 4 as amended do now stand part. Will all honorable senators in favor please say aye? Those against, please say nay. The ayes have it.
Madam Chair, I beg to move that part 5, clauses 36 to 38 do now stand part.
The question is that Part 5, clauses 36 through 38 do now stand part. Will all honorable senators in favor please say aye? Aye. Those against, would you please say nay? The ayes have it.
Madam Chair, I beg to move that the schedule be the schedule to the bill.
The question is that the schedule be now the schedule to the bill. Will all honorable senators in favor please say aye? Aye. Those against, would you kindly say no? The ayes have it.
Madam Chair, I beg that you report progress to Your Honor the President.
The question is that I do now report progress to His Honor the President. All senators, all honorable senators in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those against, please say no. The ayes have it.
The chairman has reported progress and requested leave to sit again. Senator Dr. Maura Knight.
Mr. President, I beg to move for a postponement for further consideration of the bill.
The question is that further consideration of this bill be postponed. Will all honorable senators in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those against, please say no. Methinks the ayes have it. Further consideration of this bill is postponed.
Mr. President, I beg to move the suspension of the sit-in for 15 minutes. Sorry. For 5 minutes after 6, please.
The question is that this sitting be suspended until 6:05 p.m. All honorable senators in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those against, please say no. The next ayes have it. This sitting is suspended until 6:05 p.m.